I think college has become held in a much higher regard than it ever has. Like it's the standard. I would agree that, okay, you go to high school, and what does high school prepare you to do? It prepares you to go to college. I went to college. I went to a liberal arts school. You know what my liberal arts bachelor's degree taught me to do? What has prepared me to do the best in the world? Go get a master's degree in liberal arts. That was like the ideal outcome for me. And you know what the ideal outcome for a master's student in the liberal arts is? To go get a PhD. And you know what the ideal outcome for somebody who gets a PhD in the liberal arts is? To go be a professor. So it's this cycle, it's this circle that continues to feed itself. And now all of a sudden I'm a professor at some bureaucratic university, and I have $200,000 of debt in a non-producing field, and I have to be able to pay for it. Well, the university knows that they incurred all this debt for you, so they're going to pay you more so that you can pay for it. I mean, what percentage of public university costs are strictly, like, basically bureaucratic? They're not student facing. They don't have anything to do with, research or curriculum or whatever. It's a lot. I mean, the University of Texas just wiped out an entire department of people.
Wild.
Yeah. Because they realized, oh, these people aren't actually doing anything. That's true.
That's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, were they actually not doing something, or were they saying, you're not doing anything, you're not producing money for us?
It was the entire DEI department.
Yeah, it was the DEI department.
They just wiped them off the planet. They just said,
No, they're dead now.
they did.
They actually killed them all.
Let me show how y'all things are done in Texas, all right?
Yeah, they just eliminated it. I'm not now whether that's a good idea or not. I'm not saying, I don't have an opinion about that. What I am saying is the university got bloated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There were costs.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many of those people had student loans? Probably a lot, I would guess. Right? Because that's the nature of an academic.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of academic people. They're very smart and they're very nice. But it's not a revenue producing field. And there's this collapse in like linear thinking we have around university, which is, I'm going to spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on this thing that's not going to produce a meaningfully better economic outcome.
If we're gonna go that route, then what can somebody do if they make the personal choice? I'm gonna make this choice regardless if I'm gonna see the economic return per se, because people should be allowed to follow their dreams and do what they're passionate about. I also feel like there's merit in that, right?
Yeah, and they should be allowed to receive the consequences of their actions, to deal with them.
You are correct about that. So let's just say that this is someone, though, that's like, okay, I know the consequences of my actions.
Okay.
I know that there is a likelihood by being in this field, I may not get to where I want to be by a certain age. And we're going to say the arbitrary 65 number. So in an ideal world, what could somebody do? What steps could somebody take in order to get to that point if they are going to pursue passion, I guess?
If you're going to pursue passion over, let's say, like something that's not going to pay you as much, well, and you go in with it with your eyes fully wide open, if you love it, why would you ever retire? That would be my first question. Right?
You're not wrong.
If you love it, why would you ever quit?
Because you get tired.
Okay.
That's true.
Then that means you don't love it.
Well, people love their kids, but they get tired.
Oh, you mean their preferences change?
They wipe them off the face of the planet.
Your
Like
preferences
they did
change. Okay. So, what you have to, I think you just have to realize going into anything, it's like any other decision you make or an investment you make. If you're putting all of your eggs in one basket, you just need to make sure that basket works.